To be fair, in fact, honestly, hello coin enthusiasts, in today's video, we are exploring the 1999 YDM Lincoln penny a piece that may seem small but holds significance in both everyday transactions and coin collections as we dive into the fascinating world of numismatics where minor details translate into truly massive value for those who know what to look for. If you've come across a jar of old pennies or have a collection passed down through generations, you might be sitting on a hidden gem without even realizing it, because the 1999 YDM is one of the most distinctly sought-after era coins in modern history, and finding one in pristine condition can be a delightful treat that transforms a basic 1-cent piece into a financial windfall. Simply put, in fact, to understand the grandeur of this specific variety, we must first inspect the standard design of the Lincoln Memorial Cent, which features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, representing the values of freedom and liberty that the nation holds proud, while the reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of unity and national heritage designed by Frank Gasparo. The story of the 1999 YDM begins with a mishap at the Philadelphia Mint, where a reverse die intended for proof coinage was accidentally used to strike coins intended for general circulation, creating a discrepancy that collectors now dive into with immense enthusiasm. To be fair, when you inspect the reverse of a standard 1999 penny, the letters I and M and AME or SCA should be almost touching, which is known as the close AM variety. However, on this rare error coin, there is a clearly visible gap between the A and the M, separating the letters distinctly and marking the coin as the coveted YDM variety. This striking difference is not just a trivial matter, but a technical anomaly that elevates the coin nest status among serious numismatists who scour through rolls of uncirculated coins, hoping to find the specific die variety. Basically, to be fair, the technical specifications of this coin include a composition of copper-plated zinc, with a weight of 5 grams and a diameter of 19.5 millimeters, featuring a plain edge that is standard for the series, yet it is the surface preservation and the clarity of the design elements that truly determine its market value. In terms of valuation, in 1999 YDM, any found in circulation might fetch $20 to $50 in lower grades such as extra fine or about uncirculated. But if you are lucky enough to find one in mint state 65 or higher, the value skyrockets significantly. To be fair, recent auction results have shown that specimens graded DEMS 67 or higher can come in prices ranging from $500 to over $1,000, depending on the eye appeal and the absence of distracting contact marks or oxidation spots. The thrill of the hunt lies in the fact that these coins are still out there in circulation, waiting to be discovered by someone with a keen eye and a bit of patience. To be fair, next up we turn our attention to the 1998 YDM Lincoln penny, another major variety that shares the same intriguing backstory as its 1999 counterpart and serves as a prime example of how recurring mint errors can create a series of collectible treasures. Just such as the 1999 edition, the 1998 YDM was created when a proof reversed I was used for business strikes at the Philadelphia Mint, resulting in the characteristic separation between the letters I and M in AME or ICA, which is the primary diagnostic point you must look out for when sorting through your chain. Simply put, the visual appeal of the 1998 YDM is often characterized by a sharp strike and distinct lettering, and while it is generally considered slightly more common than the 1999 variety, it still retains a significant level of demand within the coin collecting community. When you inspect the obverse of this coin, you are greeted once again by the familiar bust of Lincoln, a design that has stood the test of time and symbolizes the enduring spirit of the nation, while the reverse displays the majestic Lincoln Memorial, with the designer's initials FG positioned further away from the memorial building than on the standard close AM variety. Honestly, if you look closely, basically simply put, this subtle placement of the initials is another key indicator that experts use to verify the authenticity of the error, ensuring that the coin is indeed a genuine YDM strike. The composition remains the standard copper-plated zinc core, which is susceptible to corrosion if not stored properly, so finding a specimen in pristine red condition is a challenge that adds to the excitement of the pursuit. Simply put, basically, honestly, historically, the discovery of these varieties caused a stir in the numismatic world as collectors realized that the mint had inadvertently created a modern rarity that was accessible to everyone, not just wealthy buyers at exclusive auctions. In terms of value, the 1998 YDM is a solid performer, with circulated examples fetching between $10 and $20, while high-grade uncirculated coins and MS-65 can sell or around $25 to $50, which effectively makes it an accessible entry point for new collectors. If you look closely, to be fair, however, if you possess a top pop example graded MS67, the price can easily climb into the hundreds, demonstrating that even the slightly more common errors have the potential to yield impressive returns. The market for these coins is driven by the passion of enthusiasts who wish to complete their sets of modern varieties, and the 1998 YDM is a distinctly necessary piece for any comprehensive collection of Lincoln cents. To be fair, simply put, it is a reminder that the minting process is a complex industrial operation where human error can lead to the creation of objects that are both valuable and historically interesting. Next up, we explore the 2000 YDM Lincoln penny, the third member of this famous trio of errors, which completes the set of intended proof die varieties found on business strike coins from the turn of the millennium. In fact, if you look closely, the 2000 YDM is generally considered the most common of the three major YDM errors. But do not let that discourage you, because it still holds significance and value far beyond its face value of 1 cent. When exploring this coin, you will once again be looking for that telltale gap between the A and the MERICA on the reverse, a feature that stands out distinctly against the standard close-say M design found on billions of other pennies produced that year. Basically, the coin features the standard specifications of the Lincoln cent series, with a weight of 2.5 grams and a diameter of 19.5 mm, struck on a copper-plated zinc placket that gives the coin its bright reddish orange luster when in uncirculated condition. The 2000 YDM serves as an excellent educational piece for new collectors because it is relatively easier to find, allowing you to hone your skills in identifying die varieties and understanding the technical nuances of minting errors. Honestly, the history of this coin is tied to the continued use of proof dies for emergency production runs or accidental swaps at the Philadelphia Mint, a practice that has provided the hobby with some of its most exciting modern discoveries. While the 2000 YDM may not fetch the thousands of dollars that a 1999 YDM might in top grades, it is still a delightful find that can be sold for $5 to $15 in circulated condition, which is a truly massive return on investment for a coin found in pocket chain. In fact, in higher grades such as MS65 or MS66, the value can reach upwards of $50, and pristine examples in MS67 have been known to sell for significantly more to collectors who desire the finest known examples for their registry sets. The emotional appeal of finding a 2000 YDM lies in the tangible connection to the minting process and the satisfaction of spotting a detail that most people miss in their daily lives. Honestly, it represents the joy of the treasure hunt, where patience and knowledge are rewarded with a tangible piece of numismatic history that you can hold in your hand and showcase to others. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a casual hobbyist, keeping an eye out for the 2000 YDM is a worthwhile endeavor that adds a layer of excitement to the basic act of checking your change. If you look closely, next up we shift our focus to the 1990 to close-say M Lincoln penny, a coin that represents the inverse of the errors we have just discussed and stands as one of the most valuable and coveted modern rarities in existence. Unlike the previous coins where a proof die was used on a business strike, the 1990 to close-say M was created when a newer design intended for the following year was experimentally or accidentally used at the end of the 1990 to production run. Simply put, in fact, on a standard 1990 to penny, the letters I and M and AME or ICA should be wide apart, which was the standard design for that year. However, on this rare transitional era, the letters are almost touching, just such as on the modern pennies we see today. This distinction is critical because the 1990 to close-say M is rare to the point of being legendary, with only a limited number of confirmed specimens known to exist, which effectively makes it a true holy grail for Lincoln cent collectors. Simply put, the visual difference is striking once you know what to look for, and the implications for value are enormous, with some examples selling for thousands of dollars at auction. The coin retains the same physical specifications as other pennies of the era, with a copper-plated zinc composition, but its value is derived entirely from its scarcity and the story of its creation during a time of transition at the U.S. Mint. If you are lucky enough to find a 1990 to close-say M in your collection, you are holding a piece of numismatic history that could potentially change your financial situation overnight, as even circulated examples have been known to fetch prices in the range of $2,000 to $3,000. To be fair, simply put, in high grades such as MS65, the value can exceed $10,000 or more depending on the market demand and the specific eye appeal of the coin in question. The 1990 to close AM is a testament to the fact that not all valuable coins are ancient or made of precious metals. Sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight, masked by their common appearance, until a knowledgeable collector takes the time to inspect them closely. Simply put, this coin embodies the ultimate dream of the coin roll hunter, offering the possibility of finding a retirement-level payout in a basic penny roll. The rarity of the 1990 to close AM is so extreme that many collectors go their entire lives without seeing one in person, yet the possibility of finding one keeps the passion for the hobby alive and drives enthusiasts to search through millions of coins in hopes of striking gold. In fact, honestly, next up we examine the 1999's proof Lincoln Cent, a coin that provides the essential context for understanding the wide AM errors and holds its own unique place in the world of coin collecting. The 1999's proof was struck at the San Francisco Mint specifically for collectors, and it features the wide AM design that was inadvertently used on the Philadelphia business strikes we discussed earlier. Unlike the business strikes, the proof coin is struck on a specially polished plankete using polished dies, resulting in a coin with a mirror such as background and frosted design elements known as a deep cameo contrast, which gives the coin a look of grandeur and sophistication. The S-Mint mark on the obverse below the date distinctly identifies this coin as a proof issue intended for inclusion in annual proof sets rather than for circulation in commerce. Inspecting a 1999's proof allows you to see exactly what the wide AM design was supposed to look, such as with sharp, crisp lettering under well-defined separation between the A and the M and A, ME, RICA, that serves as the benchmark for identifying the error on business strikes. While the 1999's proof is not an error coin itself, it is a vital part of the narrative and a beautiful collectible in its own right, often sought after by collectors who wish to display it alongside their error coins to illustrate the history of the die variety. Simply put, if you look closely, the value of a 1999's proof is generally modest compared to the rare errors, with prices ranging from $5 to $10 for a standard example, but finding one in a perfect grade of proof 70 deep cameo can significantly increase its desirability and market price. These coins are typically found in protective cases or proof sets, so finding one in circulation is highly unlikely unless a collection has been broken up and spent, which does happen occasionally, adding another layer of possibility to your search. Basically, the 1999's proof represents the perfection of the Minter's art, showcasing the design of Frank Gasparro in its most pristine and intended form before the dies were mixed up to create the famous errors. Owning this coin provides a sense of completeness to the collection, allowing you to tell the full story of the 1999 penny, from its intended proof design to the accidental business strikes that have captured the imagination of the collecting world. It is a reminder that in numismatics, context is everything, and understanding the origin of a variety is just as important as owning the variety itself. As we conclude our exploration of these fascinating Lincoln Cent varieties, it is clear that the 1999 wide AM and its related errors offer a unique opportunity for collectors to engage with history and potentially find significant value in the most unexpected places. Basically, in fact, whether you are searching for the rare 1999 wide AM, the accessible 2000 wide AM, or the legendary 1990 to close AM, the thrill of the hunt is a journey that connects us to the heritage of our currency and the stories behind its creation. These coins are more than just small pieces of copper and zinc. They are artifacts of the minting process, symbols of national identity, and potential tickets to financial reward for those who take the time to look. If you look closely, so the next time you handle a handful of pennies, take a moment to inspect the dates and the reverse designs, because you never know when you might be holding a rarity that most people miss. If you found this video helpful, please such as share and subscribe to stay updated on more exciting coin insights. Do you have a 1999 wide AM coin in your collection? Share your thoughts in the comments below.